Good morning and Saram students. So let us start with our today's class. As you know that in the last video we have started the chapter Happy Prince, chapter number 5 of Moment. So we have completed the half portion of Happy Prince by Oscar Wilde. We know that in the last video we have stopped at the portion when the swallow took the permission from Happy Prince to now move to the place called Egypt. Now, did the Happy Prince permitted her or not? Let us see now. Now again Happy Prince requested Swallow to stay with him for one more night, and Swallow replied that he needed to go to Egypt because his friends were waiting for him. So we come to know that now now Happy Prince again requested the Swallow to please stay with one more night with him, so that more people will be helped by Swallow now. But Swallow again made an excuse that my friends are waiting there and I have to go there. Now here the Happy Prince is telling the Swallow about his second work. Now again Happy Prince started telling the story of another person. He says that far away across the city I could see a small dark room. At the top of the house a young man is sitting. He was sitting on a desk on which the papers were spread all over, and he was trying to work hard. He had a glass lying near him in which withered flowers were lying. So the first person Happy Prince and Swallow helped was the seamstress. Now the second person they are helping is a writer, and he has started describing the writer in such a way that he can see a very from here far away from this city a person is there, a very small house is there which is dark, and a small dark room is there, and on the top of that room on the roof a man is sitting on his table, and his table is filled with the table his desk was spread with the papers all over, and he is trying to work hard, and there is a glass lying there on the table where there are some flowers are lying, but these flowers are not in a good condition. Further, the Happy Prince gave a description of that boy. Now the first he described that far away from the city in which the Happy Prince and Swallow were there, from far away from that city there is a small room where a writer lives, and he described that how the writer lives, that he is sitting on a table and the papers are spread on his table, but he is unable to write. Now he tell about the writer. Happy Prince gave a description of that boy. He said that his hair were brown and crisp. Now crisp, why the hair are crisp? Because they are not been washed from long time. He has not taken bath from long time. His lips were red like a pomegranate. He had a big dreamy eyes. That means that this boy was very ambitious and hardworking. So he has described the writer that the writer is a boy, and his hairs are brown and they are crisp also because he had not taken bath from a long time. His lips are of red pomegranate color, and his eyes are very big, and they are filled with the dreams, which shows that that boy is very ambitious and hardworking. Further, the Happy Prince said that this boy needed to finish writing a play. He was a writer, and he had to give the play to the director after writing. But he did not have strength to write anymore because he was feeling very cold. The boy had no money, so that's why there was no fire in his fireplace, and he was very hungry, also due to which he was feeling very weak. So there are two conditions why the writer was not able to write properly. First is that he don't have money to buy woods for lightening the fireplace, and because of that he was feeling very cold and his hands are not working properly. And the second reason was that he didn't have money to have a proper food, and he was very hungry, and that's why he was unable to write, because he was feeling very weak. Now the swallow understood what Happy Prince was trying to tell him. He knew that Happy Prince wanted to help this boy, so he agreed to stay back. Now again Swallow agreed that yes, I will stay with you because I know you want to help this boy again. And further, the swallow asked Happy Prince if he should take another ruby stone to give it to the young playwright, just like he had given it to the old lady. Now when Swallow agreed to stay there, Swallow asked a question from Happy Prince, that can I give the another ruby to the playwright like I have given to the seamstress? Now what Prince said? Prince said that it was very sad that he don't have any more ruby stones with him. Now he said that I don't have any more ruby. There was only one ruby that was on my sword hilt, that is on the handle of the sword. Now I don't have any other ruby. Happy Prince said that now he had his eyes, which were made of very precious and rare sapphire stones, which had been bought thousands of years ago from India. Now he says, as I don't have ruby left with me, I have only two gemstones which are very precious. They are very rare. They are sapphire. Sapphire is a blue stone, blue color stone. As ruby is of red color, sapphire is of blue color. And he said that these stones are very rare and very costly, and many years ago, many thousands years ago, they have been bought from India. Now Happy Prince told Swallow to just take out the sapphire and give it to the boy. He will sell it to the jeweler and buy firewood and finish his play, he said. Dear Prince, said the Swallow, I cannot do that. And he began to weep. Now as he was able to see through his eyes, if the Swallow will take out those sapphire, then the Happy Prince will become blind and he will not able to see the miseries of his own town. So Swallow said that I am not able to do this, I will not be able to do this, and the Swallow started to cry. The Swallow was very sad to learn that the Happy Prince wanted to give his eyes to that boy, and he started crying. He told Happy Prince that he could not do so. Swallow, Swallow, little Swallow, said the prince, do as I command you. So at the last the prince said, Swallow, you have to do whatever I command you. But then the Happy Prince ordered the Swallow to do what he had told him to do. So what he has told him to do? He has told that you should take the sapphire, one stone of my eye, and give it to that boy. So finally the Swallow took out one sapphire out of the prince's eye and flew to the young man's garret. Garret means house. There was a hole on the roof of the room, so the Swallow entered the room through that hole. The boy was sitting with his head on his heads. He was head down. He did head down on his desk, and he was lying there on his desk only. And the boy was sitting with his head on his hands, and that's why he did not hear the flutter of the bird's wing. Flutter means the swing. And when he looks up, he saw the sapphire stone lying on the dried flowers. So there was a hole on the roof of the room, and through that Swallow entered the room, and he kept that stone near the glass where the dried flowers were there. And when the Swallow went out of the room, the writer get up and he saw that a blue sapphire was there on the table near the dried flowers. When the boy saw the beautiful stone, he felt that some admirer, some person who praised him, had sent a gift for him. So he thought that with this he could now finish his play. So the writer thought that this might be given from my admirer who loves me, from the person who loved me a lot. So I should now complete my work by selling this sapphire. Next morning, the swallow bird flew down to the harbor and sat on a mast of a ship. He spoke loudly that he was going to Egypt, and when it was night, he flew back to the happy prince. So he was the what? So the swallow bird sat on the ship in the morning, and from there the swallow bird loudly announced that I am going to Egypt. And at night again she flew back to the happy prince. Swallow once again told the happy prince that it had come to say goodbye and he was going to Egypt. Now again Swallow said that I am here to tell you goodbye. Now I am going to Egypt. And once again happy prince requested Swallow to stay with him for one more night. Again he did the same thing. He requested Swallow to stay one night again, because now he want to help another person. The swallow said to the happy prince that the winter season had started and after some time it would start snowing. The weather in Egypt was warm and even the crocodiles lay on the mud lazily there. So he told him to let him go to Egypt. The swallow requested that I have to go to Egypt now because it will be very snowy there where the happy prince was living, and I would not be able to live here. So I have to go to Egypt because there is more warmth and I am able to live there properly. So I have to go there. Now this was the third assignment given to the swallow. The happy prince said that there was a match girl, a girl who is selling the matchstick. She was a little girl and all her matchstick had fallen in the gutter, that is the sewage line, and they all got wet. All her matchstick were spoiled, so she could not sell them and she would not earn any money. And when she would not, if she would go home without money, then her father would get angry and he will beat her. For this reason the girl was crying. Further, the happy prince said that she was not wearing shoes or stocking and she had not covered her head. She was very poor. So he said to the swallow to take out another sapphire from his eyes and give it to her so that her father didn't beat her. Swallow agreed to stay with him for one more night again, but he refuses to take out another sapphire because if he did that, the happy prince would be blind. Again happy prince told swallow to do what he had ordered him. So now again he tells another story of a person, that is a match girl. A match girl is the one who is selling the matchstick in the town, and by chance all the matchsticks had fallen into the gutter and they all are spoiled now. And if she will go empty-handed her home, her father will beat her. And again he added, the happy prince added that girl is not wearing any shoe, any stocking in this cold season. Even she didn't cover her head. She will catch cold and she will be very unhealthy in this season. She will get ill and all such thing will happen, and she is very poor. I just request you, swallow, just give another sapphire from my eyes to that girl. Now swallow agreed that yes, I will stay with you, but I will not take out that sapphire from your eyes, because if I will do so you will be blind. But happy prince told that it's my order and you have to do it. So finally swallow obeyed the order of the happy prince, and he took the another sapphire from his eyes and flew to the little match girl. And when he saw the match girl, he bent very low and kept the sapphire stone on the little hand's girl. The little girl was very happy to see the stone and she went home happily. When swallow returned to the happy prince, he told him that now he was blind and so he would stay with him forever. So as the swallow helped the little girl by keeping the sapphire on her hands, and the girl was very happy to see the stone and she went her home back. But when the swallow went back to the happy prince, swallow has decided that now I will stay with you, happy prince, because now you are blind, so I have decided that I will stay with you forever. But happy prince said to the swallow that he should go to the Egypt. But swallow refused and said that he would stay with him only, and she slept on the prince's feet. So now the swallow refused to go to Egypt, and she said that I will stay with you only, and there only she sleep. The swallow used to stay along with the happy prince all the time, used to tell him the stories of the different places that he had visited. Now what the swallow is doing, swallow had become the third eye of the happy prince, and swallow is telling her the stories and the places she has visited, everything she is describing to the happy prince. Now the happy prince said to the swallow sorry, the happy prince said to the swallow to tell him wonderful things, but added that nothing was more wonderful than the suffering of people. So happy prince said that you should tell me only good things, not any bad things. And he also said that that good thing means only the suffering of the people. I don't want to know about the rich people. I just want to know about the suffering of the poor people. No mystery was bigger than sadness, and he wanted to know who all were sad in his kingdom. Now he has the eagerness to know that who all are sad in my kingdom. I just want to help him out. So he asked the swallow to go and let him know what he saw while flying over the city. Now he has given the fourth assignment to the swallow, that now I want you to fly over the city and see who all are very poor or who all are not in good condition. So swallow again followed his order. Swallow flew and took a round over the city and saw that the rich people were living happily in their beautiful houses, and they were partying while the poor people were begging and sitting outside the gates. Then he went to the dark lanes where there was no light also, and the poor people lived. And there he saw that the children were hungry, due to which their faces has turned white. Now when the swallow was moving over the city, what all he saw rich people were enjoying their life, they're living their life happily, they're partying. On the other side, the poor peoples are begging, they don't have even proper food to eat, not light, even there is no light for them, there only dark lanes are there. So all these are the conditions seen by the swallow in that town. Further, the swallow saw two little boys under the archway of the bridge. Archway means an arch in an oval shape. They were lying much close to each other so that they kept themselves warm. So what swallow saw, that they both were lying under that bridge, and they both were lying very near to each other, like hugging each other, and they are sleeping there to keep each other body warm. They were so poor, they didn't have food, so they were trying to keep each other warm, because they don't have clothes, they don't have proper arrangements for their shelter. So due to, and to save themselves from that cold weather, they both were trying to keep themselves warm from the heat of the body. Sorry. Two children were starving and wondering that how hungry they were. Just then a watchman appeared and scolded them. He shouted and made them go away from there. The poor children keep wandering in the rain as they were homeless. Now again the swallow saw two other children who were starving, they don't have food to eat, and they were roaming here and there. And when they went to some rich people house near to their houses, the watchman there scolded them and make them go away from there. And the poor children were wandering here and there in the rain, because they even don't have a proper house. Now swallow went back to happy prince and told him that what he has seen in the city. Now the happy prince told swallow that his whole body was covered with fine gold. He could take tiny pieces of gold from his body and give it to the poor people in need. All the living beings required money, and when they would get gold, they would feel happy. So at last, what was left? Only the fine gold leaves on the statue of the happy prince was left, because the three gemstones were given to three different peoples. Now all the poor peoples will be helped with the help of the fine gold leaves on the body of the happy prince. Now he ordered the swallow to take out that fine leaves from his body and give it to the poor people so that they can solve their problem. Slowly, the swallow took out the gold layer from the statue of Happy Prince, and as he removed the layer of the gold, the Happy Prince statue started looking very dull and grey. Leaf after leaf of the fine gold he brought to the poor, and the children's faces grew rosier, and they laughed and played in the street. We have bread now, they cried, because after getting the gold leaves, they were very happy to know that now they can buy bread for themselves. And even they become more rosier, that means their cheeks become more red because they are happy now. As the statue of Happy Prince started looking dull and grey, the children grew happier because through it they were getting food to eat. Now, after getting the gold leaves which were there on the body of the Happy Prince, though Happy Prince were started looking very dull and grey, but still on the other side we can see the children are happier now because now they will have food to eat. Finally, it started snowing, and when a lot of snow fell, everything frozen. Now it's a winter season and it started snowing in that city, and everyone started wearing the clothes made up of fur. Small children were wearing red color cap and were roaming here and there. They were skating on the ice. Swallow Bird was feeling very cold, but he kept on sitting near the Happy Prince statue. He did not want to leave him because he loved the Happy Prince. The bird did not want to die, so he asked to go to bakery where the baker used to bake the bread, to eat the breadcrumbs and try to keep himself warm by flapping his beak. Now, though it was very cold season there, now it has started snowing, and the snow started falling there. Everyone started wearing the clothes made up of fur, and even children have started wearing the caps also. Swallow Bird, because even the swallow has discussed this thing before to Happy Prince that when it will start snowing here, I will not be able to live here, and I have to go to Egypt because there is more warm than here. But now, as he has taken an oath that he will live with Happy Prince forever, so she said that I can't leave the Happy Prince, and I have to go to search for food where the bakers are baking the cake, and if they will throw certain crumbs of the bread, I could eat that and make myself body warm. The swallow was aware that he is going to die. He had only enough strength to fly back to the statue of the Happy Prince, and he says, "Goodbye, dear Prince." He murmured, "Will you let me kiss your hand?" Now, when this swallow is about to die, he says to the Happy Prince that, "Can I kiss your hand?" "I am glad that you are going to Egypt at last, little swallow," said the prince. So, when she went to the bakery, she saw that there must be certain crumbs of bread for me to eat, but there was nothing. And she knew that I will die in few minutes because it is very cold there. So she has only this much energy that she can flew back to Happy Prince and say goodbye. So the swallow went back to Happy Prince statue, and there she said, "Goodbye, Happy Prince, I am going." Happy Prince thought that the swallow is going to Egypt now, but it was not that. She is going to die, and she just took the permission that, "Can I kiss your hand?" The Happy Prince thought that the swallow wanted to go to Egypt. So he said that he was happy that finally the bird was going to the Egypt. Now the swallow said that, "I am not going to Egypt, I am going to the house of death." He added that death was a brother of sleep. He kissed the Happy Prince and fell down to the Happy Prince, and there she died. On the feet of the Happy Prince, the swallow died. As soon as the bird died, the Happy Prince feet, an unusual sound came from the statue. When the when the bird died on the feet of the Happy Prince, a very unusual sound came from there, and that was that the lead heart of the Happy Prince has broken now. The heart broke because of the death of his beloved bird, but it is said that it was so cold that the heart broke into two pieces. The next morning, the mayor of the city along with his counselor, was taking a round of the area where the statue of Happy Prince was erected, and when he crossed the statue and looked up at it, he said that the statue of Happy Prince looked untidy. Now, the next day, the councillor and the mayor were taking a round of the city, and they saw that the statue of the Happy Prince was very dull and it is looking very untidy. So the councillor, as we all know, they always agree to whatever their mayor says to them. So the councillor again agreed, yes sir, it is very untidy, it looks very dull. So whatever mayor used to say, they also asserted the statue looks untidy. The mayor noticed that the ruby stone which was placed in the handle of the sword was missing. The sapphire from the statue's eye was also missing, and the layer of the gold from its body was also missing. The mayor said that it seemed as if the statue of a beggar, and the town councillor agreed with it. So now mayor noticed everything, that everything is missing from this body, and now this body is just a body of a metal, and it looks like that this statue is not a statue of a Happy Prince, it is a statue of a beggar, and everybody there agreed with the mayor. The mayor noticed that a dead bird was lying on the feet of the statue. Then he told the town councillor to pass an order that the birds were not allowed to die on the feet of the statue, and the town clerk made a note of the suggestion given by him. So what mayor said, you just write a note that birds are not allowed to die here on the feet of this happy statue, and town clerk did so. The art professor of the university said that now the statue of the Happy Prince did not look beautiful and was not useful anymore, so they should demolish it. Now the art professor of a university said, now this statue is not good for anything now, and we should remove it from here, and they should melt this statue in a furnace so that the metal which is melted can be used again. So everyone agreed to it, and they did the same. But the heart of the Happy Prince, which was broken into two pieces, was not melting in the furnace. So what they did, they threw that heart into a deep dust heap, and they threw it into a dust heap, where dust heap means a dustbin, where all the town's dust is being kept. So the swallow was also thrown there, and the heart of the dead statue was also there. And coincidentally, they threw the heart of the Happy Prince where the dead swallow was lying. So one day God asked one of his angels to bring him the most precious things of the city. And the angel brought the pieces of heart of the statue and the dead swallow bird. God said to the angel that it had brought the right thing. It had chosen the right thing, which were indeed the most precious thing of the city. He said that the bird would always sing in the garden of his paradise, and the Happy Prince would stay in the city of gold and admire him. So this was the story, The Happy Prince by Oscar Wilde. And let us see the theme or the message of this chapter given to us. Now, The Happy Prince is a tale with multiple lessons. From one side, it is the critic of the society, that how the rich people are living happily and the poor are becoming more poorer. So rich is becoming more rich and poor is becoming more poor. That can be cruel and heartless. And on the other side, it is about the compassion toward the human trouble, that how a person should be compassionate, should show the true feelings toward the people who are in trouble. The main character knew only about nice things. After that, he decided to open his lead heart to everyone in need. When he helped the people, he didn't regret about the decoration taken down from him, and he keeps on doing noble things with the help of the swallow. The swallow was the proof that everyone can do selfless things, even though they would maybe risking their lives. His love and devotions were rewarded with an eternal life. So here the message which is given, that we should truly help others with a true compassionate feeling, because our selfless work will give us a very beautiful gift from the God. From God will gift us such beautiful things in our life. So we should not think that we are becoming poorer by giving something to someone. So in the last chapter also we learn that sharing is caring from the legend of the North End. And now in this chapter also, sharing your things with others to make them happy is a good thing. So these were the message given in this chapter. I hope that you have understood this chapter, The Happy Prince by Oscar Wilde. Thank you, students.